1,000 subscribers. Genuinely insane to me. So in case you couldn't tell, I'm going to be thanking you guys for 1,000 subscribers this video. Genuinely, it means the world to me. I, for so long, didn't think that that was even going to be possible. I didn't know if I had what it takes to even get there, if it was even possible. I just had no idea. So this video is going to be a little different. Essentially, all I'm going to do is kind of, again, thank you guys, and then just explain a little more about why I'm doing YouTube, why I started this, and what I'd like this channel to be going forward. So probably since middle school, I watched YouTube a lot, and it was around middle school when I was watching Markiplier and Tobuscus and PewDiePie and Green PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, that I realized, my friends were talking about stuff like, oh, we got to think about the future. We got to think about high school and college and, what kind of stuff do you want to do? And my friends knew what they wanted to do. A lot of them were like, I'm going to be an engineer. I'm going to, go into coding. I'm going to do this and that. And then they would be like, Josh, what do you want to do? And I would look them dead in the eyes and I'd say, I want to be a YouTuber. I'm sure that is the number one thing most kids say nowadays. But back then that was like, you're stupid. Why would you do that? And, as time went on, I knew I liked making people laugh. I liked playing video games. And I just like being overall a silly goofball is how I'll put it nicely. And then you cut to high school and college where, stuff felt a little more real. Like you have to get your shit together. You got to decide what you want to do. And as my friends started getting their shit together and deciding what they wanted to do, I was still stuck with this feeling and dream of I want to do YouTube. I want to be someone that can make people laugh and is entertaining and feels like a friend to people who don't have friends or not a lot of friends or just feel lonely. And I just knew deep down that's what I've always wanted to do. I had several doubts. I, thought, I'm not funny enough. I'm not creative enough to go for that. And, it took a toll, but I kind of kept moving on. I went to college. I went for electrical engineering, and that was probably, without a doubt, the worst point in my life so far. I felt like there was a hole in my chest. I felt like a void and a husk. I felt useless. I felt like there was no purpose of me being on this planet, that I have no impact. I'm not doing anything. I have no future with this. And I felt so depressed and so lost. And genuinely, I for a long time could not see a future. And then eventually I got the balls to drop out, regardless of what everyone said, saying, this is stupid, Josh, just suck it up and go through with it. What do you think you're doing? But I genuinely felt like if I stayed in college and did what I didn't want to do, that I wasn't going to be living at all. And I got to the point where, I started thinking about, why am I so worried about what everyone else wants? And so I finally decided what I want. And that was to attempt YouTube. So I dropped out and didn't do anything for a whole year. I just stayed depressed because I was, depressed and kind of just in this constant doubt cycle of I'm not good enough, I can't do it. So once I, saw a therapist and then worked through that stuff and pushed past it, I finally decided, what the heck? And I gave it a shot. And I've been doing YouTube for consistently about 2 years now, and it is without a doubt the most fulfilling thing for me, genuinely. I do streaming as well, and again, I wake up every morning and feel like I have a purpose. I know what I want to do today. I know I want to film something and stream something and, just be silly and make people laugh. That's all I want to do now. And I'm genuinely so grateful to even feel like this, because there was so many moments that I didn't think I'd be able to even be excited for the next day. Now, a lot of you probably would think that 1K isn't a lot, but to me, that is an insane amount of people. And it just, I genuinely want to thank you guys, because it makes me feel like I have my foot through the door, that like this silly dream isn't as silly as I originally thought it it was gonna be. So seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I know a lot of you are just like, I just hit the subscribe button. That doesn't mean anything, but it genuinely means a lot to me. So thank you. And there are a lot of people out there from streaming and YouTube that I got to meet, or got to know, I'll say, that I otherwise would have never met in my life. And, you know, there's so many people that have been so incredibly supportive and nice to me, and it shocks me every day. So to those people out there, you know who you are. You have done so much for me. I can't even begin to explain how much you've done for me. You guys have made me feel funny and entertaining and given me a purpose. And again, thank you so much. Whew. We're good. My goals now for this channel obviously are to get bigger, to plan more crazy ambitious stuff, and have really fun projects with just me, my friends, and even maybe some of you guys. And I hope you guys stick with me through all of it. I know one thing for sure. I don't need to be the best. I don't need to necessarily follow what everyone else is doing. I just want to do what makes me happy, what I'm proud of, what I feel is genuine. And honestly, I would love for this channel to be a big channel. I would love to be one of the big YouTubers out there, whatever that means. I don't need to be the most subscribed. I don't need to be the most wealthy. But if I could just get lucky enough to have the reach to reach a big audience, so I could hopefully, again, make people laugh when they're in a rough spot and make them feel less lonely, and just to be a nice background noise for them, that would be everything to me. And so the goal from now, and even since 2 years ago, is to just keep going. I have a lot of fun stuff I got planned, and you know, I don't really know if this will go anywhere. I hope it does. And hopefully you guys will stick with me on this one. Now, I don't really know what the future holds when it comes to this channel or anything that I'm doing with my future, but one thing I know for sure is that I'm not gonna quit on this. I am more than excited for all the stuff that the future holds with this channel. I just feel so excited and so eager to just make more videos and be silly and goofy. And again, thank you so much for helping me get there. So here's to 2000 and 2026 and all the hopefully fun, cool stuff we get to do. So thank you guys so much for everything, and I will see you all very soon in another video in like a week from now or something. Until then.